It's a big lie. You don't need a lot of money to invest in Nigeria stocks, as many Nigerians claim. Now, do you even know that with just 50,000 naira, that if you put this money in the right place, you can even go far ahead of many people in this 2026. So in this video, I will talk about 6 Nigerian stocks and the type of business they do, and why these are government tasks can help some of these, stocks grow faster. But before we continue, I'll make sure to watch this video to the end, because 2 of these stocks are already enjoy government policies in Nigeria. And remember to subscribe to this channel if you have not, and also turn on the notification bell so that whenever I drop any video, you'll be the first to be notified. Now let's talk about why sectors are important. Stocks don't grow by magic, alright? Now this is why stocks grow. Because people are buying more, alright? Businesses are making more money. And then government policies also help them. Now this is why sectors are very, very important. Now in 2026, 2 sectors are very important in Nigeria. Now the first sector is the consumer goods, and the second one is healthcare, which talks about pharmaceuticals. Now the reason why this happens is because the government gives tax relief to companies in this area. So what they do is that they give them tax relief. They don't really tax them that much. So when a company pays less tax, it keeps more profit. You understand what I'm saying now? So when profit increases, investors notice. So when investors notice this, the prices of these shares will go up. So this is exactly how those are smart investors. This is how they think. So let's use, for example, let's say 50,000 naira. You don't need millions. Even just 50,000 naira is okay, or maybe the one that is civil, or even an amount that is below that. My first stock is UPDC REIT. This stock is in real estate. A REIT means you can earn money from houses and buildings without buying land yourself. So for this particular one, you don't even need to buy a land, but you can just own a land or building. Now UPDC, as of today, the price is about 8.8 naira 25 kobo per share. So let's say you invest 50,000 naira, you can buy about 6,000 shares. So that means you own small parts of many buildings that are collecting rent. So when they pay rent, so you are the one that will earn dividends. Now this is a very, very smart way that you can prepare for 2026. All right, the second stock I want to talk about is Jais. So Jais Bank is priced. The price of Jais Bank today is about 62 kobo per share. So in January alone, the stock actually grew by about 23%. You can imagine that very, very huge in this January alone. So banks make more money when people save their money, all right, and even when people borrow money, so they make money. So when businesses are very, very active, with just 50,000, you can buy about 8,800 shares of Jais Bank, and you know what that means. That's a very huge plus for you. Now remember, it is better to buy now that it's still cheap than when it becomes expensive. All right, so the third stock I'm going to talk about is Fitsin. This stock is in the health sector. As of today, the price is about 7 naira 70 kobo per share. So, and it grows every day. So it has grown by about 30% in this 2026, and the year just started. You can imagine that it has grown to about 30% in 2026. All right, so you know that people, they will always need mercy. People will always fall sick. So government is supporting this sector. So with just 50,000 naira only, so you can buy almost about 6,900 shares, for this particular one. Now, before everybody starts rushing it, people who are very, very smart, this is exactly how they rush in. So the next stock I'm going to be talking about is MTN. So MTN, of course, is a big telecom company. There's nobody that doesn't know MTN. If you're in Nigeria, of course, almost everybody uses MTN. So price as of today, price is 511 naira per share. Some people will tell you that it's very, very expensive, but MTN sells, remember, they sell data, all right, they sell airtime to people, all right. You and I use airtime, so they handle digital payments, all right. So with just 50,000 naira, you can buy about 97 shares, all right, of MTN. So with this, now you are buying strong business, all right. You are also buying stability, and then also you also buy dividends. All right, the next stock is Nigerian Exchange Group, NGX. This is real estate backed. All right, this one is backed by real estate. So the stock currently is around 103 naira per share. So that means if you have 50,000 naira with you, you can buy about 480 shares. Yes, so with this now you'll be able to benefit from property, the income that comes, from property without you owning your own house. All right, you don't need to chase tenants. And this are some of those big men, rich people. This is how they invest in real estate. All right, the other one I'm going to talk about, this number 6 stock is NC Nicholas. This talks about consumer goods. So for this particular one, so today the price is just 5 naira per share. So in just 1 week of 2026, the price of this particular stock has grown to 39%, which is actually very, very massive. Now, the reason why some of these consumer goods companies they do well is because people will always eat. All right, people must buy daily items, because you know that people must buy daily items. So because of this tax relief, they are able to profit more because there is no much tax on them. So with just 50,000, you can buy about 10,000 shares from this company. All right, which is very, very powerful, which is very, very massive. Now, this is exactly how cheap stocks can grow fast when the momentum starts. Now, this video is not just about stocks. All right, it's about where money is moving in 2026. All right, we'll talk about real estate, which is stability. Banking talks about economic growth. Now, telecom, which is steady cash. Consumer goods and healthcare, this is government support. Now, you don't need to guess when you are investing. All right, it's just to understand timing and the kind of sectors you should invest in. If they tell you that 50,000 is too small, just remember that if you place small money early in the right place, it can grow very, very big. So this one advantage. So you can buy this stock using brokers like Trade, Bamboo, or any other broker that you're already using. Now remember, this is not a financial advice. All right, always do your own research and talk to expert if you can. So if you found this video helpful, remember to like this video, share, subscribe. Thank you, and I will see you again in the next video.